And one, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. This is Young Link Jr. and no stranger to the show, KhalidisEternal, man.
Yes,
How you
sir.
been? How you been, brother?
Man, maintaining, bro. Out here trying to do it and get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's like I said, man. I ran into you. Like I said, you've been making videos for a while, man. And
Right,
I think I discovered you in 2015, 2016. We was talking about finances. So
right.
really, this is a really good dude, man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel and everything. He's a good
Appreciate
brother.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And one thing I want to say about you too, bro, is that and I've been following you as well and watching your videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And congratulations on being monetized and stuff like that.
appreciate
You
it.
know, and I'm surprised that you aren't over like 10, 20,000 subscribers. 'Cause I
Not
think,
yet.
yeah, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think you make really great content. You speak to important topics. You speak to social topics or whatever that are relevant. And I like how you engage your audience through, you know what I'm saying, wherever you're recording through or whatever. Because when
yeah,
you're talking, it's like you're really speaking. I feel like you're really speaking directly to me when you're talking. With like you have 10,000 people right there watching you right now and then or whatever. That's one thing I appreciate and like about how you do your videos. Where it's like, hey man, you be engaged. You know what I mean? So
hmm
hats off to you, bro. Hats off
yeah.
to you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I said, it's YouTube, man. I just love it, man. And I
Mm,
consider my channel, like I said, entertainment type of news channel, sports channel. So I just talk about
right.
whatever comes to mind. I really love enjoying it, doing it, man.
Okay.
And like I said, with your channel too, I see the growth in what you're doing. I like how
Right.
when you was talking about the the Will Smith stuff, you was talking about comedians on standby. I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious. I was like,
Okay.
I be seeing you, bro, man. But you know what I told you before, like, because like YouTube, you can talk about anything. But I will say this, like, I was
Right.
really engaged when you was talking about your life stories, like a
Right.
young woman that you met and stuff like that. I thought
Right.
that was kind of cool. If you could do more storytelling, I think that'd be
Uh,
good for you, man.
okay. Okay. I got plenty of stories, boy. Out of hey. Yeah, I got 49 years of life experience. I'm still learning.
I used to, yeah, man.
you
I was,
know.
yeah. I just really like it, man. But yeah, Clint, man. See, like I said, this is like a formal interview. You know how we go. So
Right.
unfortunately, man, like we discussing this. Kevin Samuels passed away, man. And
Right. Right.
I'll say this too before give you the floor. I wasn't a huge fan of Kevin Samuels. I had nothing against him, but I really started checking for him when he blew up. At that World Star video when he said he was talking to that woman and saying, he
Mhm.
was judging her based on her looks, saying you're average at best.
Right.
And ever since then, I was like, okay, let me just everybody sharing this content. Let me see what he's doing. And O'Shea talked about him. So I was like,
Right.
okay, let me talk about Kevin Samuels. And I'm like, okay, now, right. So I did my little research on him. The gentleman, he's an image consultant and all that stuff. He actually started off with reviewing cologne products and everything.
right.
So
Mhm.
I was like, okay, and he just slowly started talking about the dating market. But I will
Mhm.
say this: the good thing I like about Kevin Samuels is that yes, he keeps it real. A lot of women have, I guess, unrealistic expectations. He was kind of checking them, but then too, he kind of went hard on the men as far as grooming and things of that nature.
Mhm.
When
Right.
I was growing up, I mean, of course, yeah, you bathe and so you're supposed to do that. It's just basic hygiene, but it wasn't to the point. Man, I might have to give me 1 second.
Okay.
I might have to charge my computer up real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back. But you can talk though. Be right back.
Okay. That'll work.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, people. Well, I'm still here live in effect, with my good brother and everything. And man, I was, trying to have dinner too. Someone bite a piece of this chicken with y'all bad. Yeah. I said, do this for my YouTube channel, G-Dog's Lit Kitchen. I got some delicious recipes over there for y'all. You know,
All
I
right,
also
I'm
like to
back.
cook too. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, when I was getting at too, it's like yeah, man, I don't know if he was going too hard on the ladies, things of that nature, So I can see why some women was against him though. But yeah, but going back to the hygiene, he was talking about facial wash and all this stuff, and I was like, okay,
Mhm.
and what
Right.
grown men should teach you. But what I was going to ask you too, man, do you think that the stuff that Kevin Samuels, if you watch his videos, do you think he was it something that men should supposed to know, or you think he came off as an arrogant individual, or just someone that's just talking just to talk?
I think with Kevin Samuels, he pretty much took concept and repackaged it and made it something new, as what a lot of YouTubers do or whatever, and it
Okay.
just caught. I think that if you want to grow and grow fast, you just really bring like a topic and add a comedy and a negative flair to it, and people are going to tune in. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to tune in for the controversy. And how you know that his channel was built on controversy, right? If anyone can show me a video, let alone just 5 videos out of maybe the hundreds that he's made, where there was a woman who said, "Hey, you're on point. You're what a man needs." You know what I'm saying? Never. At least in my watching him, I've never seen him
Yeah.
have a female on the show where he gave them a compliment and say, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? You're on point. Hey, you could have a high value man, or you have a decent man that's complimenting to where you're at." There's always criticism, sarcasm, and just repackaging of old ideas or whatever, right? Because the concept of a high value man and him having a woman is no more than a man like from the 80s or 70s or 90s having a trophy wife. You know,
Yeah.
she was somewhat, cultural, whatever she may knew about music, art, engage in social conversation, whatever, showpiece to take to dinners and lunches and businesses or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, that
Yeah.
close deals and to attract a woman, whatever, is always a way to get a man to loosen up or whatever, do business with you, whatever. That was the concept, you know. And as far as the high value man, 6 figures, that's no more than what social stratification,
Yeah.
classism. You have those who have and those who don't have. And when you look at the numbers, as far as like with black people, which I did a video on that, it's like like 50 million black people here in America, right? And of that 50 million, it's only like a 0.5% that's mixed up with 6 figures. So you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about maybe like I think about like maybe like 2 million black people, whatever, that's making up 6 figures.
Yeah.
And when you get to like 7 figures, it's only maybe like a few 100,000 that's in that category. So we start divvying up between male and female, which I think males do have a larger portion of it. The opportunity of a woman getting that man of that kind of caliber, as far as financially, is pretty much slim to none. Especially if she's not in those social circles, because you have to
Okay.
be in those social circles to meet those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to either be acquainted like with the rapper or someone who knows rapper, get in that group. You have to be acquainted with you know someone who's in the business world, whatever, or who has like old family ties, whatever, and all these like groups like the Jack and Jillers, the Golden Girls, the Odd Fellows, and these are
Mm-hmm.
all black organizations or whatever that send their children to certain schools, they frequent certain places, and people like you and I can't get access to them.
All right.
And they intermarry one another and everything. So a lot of his concepts were valid, but delivery, whatever, was to keep people coming back because of the satire, because of the controversy or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And everything. And it's just odd that the picture that I saw of the woman who he was with, by his standards, he shouldn't have been with her.
Are you referring to the nurse?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes, yes. I
Mm.
mean, because she definitely wasn't the 4 or 5 dress size he referenced or whatever, you
Yeah.
know. And most times, whenever you'll find that high-powered men, they marry like women who are professional or who are educated, whatever. It's just their business, whatever, excelled or spent way beyond to the point where she didn't have to work or continue in her profession or whatever. You
Mm-hmm.
don't really find high-powered men married to like what's called pink collar professions, office assistants, nurses, and stuff like that. Like Bill Gates' wife, Belinda Gates, she was educated, she went to school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same school she went to, but because of the fact that Microsoft took off, whatever, she was there with them, and you'll find the same thing with most people who are extremely rich. That their marriage reflects the person that they marry reflects their social status as well. So
In her
it's just
profession.
yes, exactly. So it's just
Yeah.
odd that he was with her, and the mysteries behind it or whatever. It's supposed to be in some apartment that wasn't registered to him or whatever. And a lot of times when you have men dying from heart attacks and they say it's sexual related, usually some kind of substance, that's involved or whatever to probably try to give longer erections and last longer in bed or whatever. That's
Right.
typically what you tend to find, and what nowadays people are using illegal substances as well as legal substances, whatever, to try to get that effect. And a man of this caliber shouldn't have even be worried about that anyway, because hey, if I last long. If I don't.
Right. That's that's the thing too, because we want to hear from her side of the story too. I know
Right.
she won't like what I heard that, allegedly she won 5K to do an interview.
Oh my
That's what
God.
people. I was just
Right.
like, so it's people in the. I mean, I don't know, man. That would be interesting. I don't know if I'm drop 5,000 just but like,
Right.
but my thing is this too, with Kevin Samuels. I mean, some women, was actually, celebrating that he died. Like you had celebrities like Vivica A. Fox. She had her criticisms about him.
Right.
And I would say this too, about Kevin Samuels, right? Like when he said, if you were 35 years old and single, you pretty much a leftover. You're not, I remember he saying stuff like that.
Right.
And I was kind of like, I wasn't say too upset about it, but then again, I was looking at him like, okay, well, who is you to say that? Because it's, you don't know if that, somebody might find that woman attractive, or somebody along the line, God might bless that person later on in their life. You're like, you know what? Yeah, you made age or whatever, but hey, I love you. I'm gonna take care of you. I remember my grandmother on my mom's side of the family, when she had a divorce and stuff, and she ended up getting married again in her late 40s. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
and she's still married to this day. So I mean, who is you to say like, so I can see the criticism that comes from other women from that standpoint. Now he did say like the average, I think it's kind of true, the average black man in America makes about what, $45,000 a year.
And that's about close, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, those numbers that you said, like if you're an athlete, businessman,
right,
rapper, those are the ones that kind of, but that's only a certain percentage. But an average person will be like, 45,000, 50,000. So he was basically talking to this one woman. He was like, I understand you want a man that's making 300,000, but what are you bringing to the table? And she only making 75K. She brought up her salary, and he was saying that men don't really care about your salary. We care about your femininity, you care about your looks, and which is true. So I was like, okay, so and some things I was kind of in agreement with, but my thing is this too. I mean, I guess for like, I think his real intentions too, because he was on No Jumper podcast, is that he really want to restore the black community, I guess, in a way, far as like their relationships, and just having realistic expectations. And I think he should challenge women that has unrealistic expectations, man. I think that's what the whole thing is. But I don't think, his ideology was too wrong. But it's just some things, like you said, his delivery, it can be kind of upset though. But I was kind of concerned about like his inheritance in a way too, because I don't know, did you see his funeral?
Well, no, I did not.
Okay. Some people was like, this is not like a high value funeral, it was just like a regular.
Oh my funeral. God, really?
Yeah. People was like, this don't look high value, like, but some people from his YouTube, none of his friends.
Oh my God.
I don't think none of his friends showed up though, and people was like, you had all these millions of some subscribers.
What friends?
Well, I don't know. Did Kevin Samuels have friends? So people assume because his presence on YouTube. I just find that interesting though. And then too, they were trying to. I wonder, because he only has a daughter. I wonder who's gonna. His channel is still up. I wonder if who's gonna take over his channel, who's gonna receive his royalties, or did he leave anything to his family? That's the only question I want to, get answered.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, I'm not sure about that, because when a person dies, You know, there of course the closer the kin becomes the administrator, you know, of the estate, whatever.
Right.
So if he has a daughter, even if she's an estranged daughter, she is as close as a kin, you know, so she becomes the administrator of the state, as long as he's not married or separated,
Mhm.
anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it would be his daughter. She would be close to the kin and
Yeah.
everything. Um, so that would be the case in that situation. Now, I mean, when you look at Kevin Samuels and as he traveled and he was different places, whatever, you always, for the most part, saw him by himself. You never
Mm.
saw him like with any entourage of people or other highly successful men or whatever. You may
Yeah.
have seen him on a supposed date here and there, whatever. But for the most part, even when he traveled, he was by himself or whatever. You
Hmm.
know, so he probably was a person that didn't have a large circle of people or whatever, maybe a close knit circle of associates and everything. You know, now I do want to go back to something you said earlier, right? As far as like the 35-year-old comment,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't, in the times that we live in, I can't necessarily disagree with that
Hmm.
because you look at the time frame of a span of when a woman comes into her womanhood or whatever, and the time that she and during the period she starts to have all these different encounters with men and
Yeah.
you know dating and relationships and marriage, whatever, to divorce, whatever. She's got a lot of miles, you know, and not that you can't love a woman like that or date a woman like that. It's just a simple fact of whether or not those relationships have left her damaged. And a lot of women are
Hmm.
damaged. You know what
You
I
talking about
mean?
like emotionally, having a hard
Yes.
time getting over. Well, yeah. Well,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying
Being
though
cheated
too.
on,
Yeah.
beaten, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. But the
and,
thing is,
and,
though, as
mm,
human beings, I mean, I still believe like a woman, they still yearn for a man. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's still always gonna be a man that's gonna be like, okay, let me go ahead, I can take care of this, I can, I can help her out. I mean, they will still find love, but it will be a lot of work. I just felt like he was just
mm,
stating that it's no help, like it's no hope for you at all.
right.
It kind of leave him hopeless, but I see, yeah, I see what you
Right.
said. He was a little harsh on the. I was like, dang, man, I
Right.
mean,
Well,
but
I,
yeah,
I'm just saying, man, it's just like, you know, we, I know, say I've been fortunate enough to learn how to talk to women, how to date and stuff like
okay,
that. And, you know, in dealing with women who at that age or close to that age, having children or whatever, you meet them and then they present this image to you. But once you start to be around them and dig deeper or whatever, and then you start to see all the little issues and situations and
yeah,
you know quirks and stuff like that that you weren't aware of. Like, man, what did I sign myself up for? You know, but that time you kind of emotionally wrapped up in it. So you're in this tornado and debris is flying. You really can't see. The people on the outside is like, man, look at that storm that he's in or whatever. All the stuff that's happening. You
yeah,
know,
mm-hmm,
but if you meet and it seems like the best, the most quality women, the best women, whatever, always go for the guy that's going to, you know, mislead them, mistreat them, or you know, take advantage of them or whatever. Because I think that a part of them, you know, hey, I got a little one here.
oh,
He's a
okay,
cat. You didn't hear me out as a child. Okay, my little man. Boy, really? But yeah, you know, they just I think that women tend to gravitate towards the guy that, you know, excites them. See what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
And not the guy that's, you know, has a good, strong foundation and structure because they don't have that male role model to if you know to implant that into them. Like my daughter was listen. I said, don't go for the popular guy. Don't
mm-hmm,
go for the guy that all the girls like. That's where the heartache could go come in because you'll never have him for yourself. Especially being a young man, you know, because hey,
yeah,
he's gonna have his joy, his feel of everything that's presented itself to him or whatever,
mm-hmm,
you know. And that tends to fall. A lot of women thought, because like what they want the popular guy, they want the guy with the stature,
of
they want
course,
the guy who all the other girls want or whatever, you know. But you can never have no peace in everything. No, especially if he has no self-discipline. Same
mm-hmm,
thing with a woman. You know, the one has those. I mean, people think it's about love that keeps you faithful, but really about self-control and self-discipline.
mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a good point
Yeah.
on there. You got a good point
Right.
on there. I mean, and also too, it's like I remember he was talking about like, you can't live like a boring life, things of that nature. I understand,
Right.
it has to be a balance, like I
Right.
said, like for instance, when people have the topics of the educated lame, things of that nature.
Right.
Like okay, they got the degrees and things of that, but like does this but the man doesn't excite this woman in a way,
Right.
so it's just okay, so it's like a Russell Wilson or something like that type, it's just like, oh, all right, well, I mean,
Right.
yeah, he's just predictable, things of that nature, so I think it's in woman's nature to kind of like, okay, let me get a man that's kind of, I have something to
Adventurous.
talk
Right.
about. Yeah, yeah, adventurous, and that's in different thrills. So I see from that standpoint, it's
Right.
that's like a human thing though. But the crazy part is that well, women, when I found out, it's like, okay, even if they pass on to dudes, that was like, that was good, and that would probably
Right.
treat them well, and they go with the bad dudes and the thugs, and this is when you got
Right.
the incel community all upset and angry, they can't get no dudes. And I'm like, bro, like, it's really not that
Right.
serious, and that's just for a
Right.
whole nother video. But I that's just, you got to be persistent. But I was thinking, like, you can get any woman you want in the world, bro. All you have to do is be persistent, literally. I mean, yeah, they might shut down on you, but then again, if that doesn't mean I know forever. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, now I'm not saying there'll be no stalker type stuff. I mean, some things like,
Right.
okay, if they say no, all right, whatever, move on. But you got to be
Right.
persistent and still be yourself, like, but
Right.
I was just listening to some of his videos though, and some of it was okay, some of it was all right, but when I was thinking about Kevin Samuels, I don't know, I mean, he was talking about social skills, and I thought
Hmm.
that was kind of key. It was like about an hour long, and he was talking about
Right.
these skills that a man should learn. Yeah, and it's good to
Hmm.
be good on your professional level, but what
Right.
about your social level? He
Right.
he talked about IQ and EQ, and I actually
Right.
learned something on there because I was actually that's something that I struggled a little bit in my early 20s. Like I focused
Hmm.
on doing great at my job, then I just go home and don't really, you know what I'm saying, to myself a lot, and then I just go to work
Right.
to myself, don't really try to build up my network. And
Hmm.
I didn't know that kind of hurt you in the long run, because when they invite you to different social events, it's like, dang, you get kind of anxiety and things of that nature. And
Socially awkward. Right.
yeah, so I was like, damn.
Right.
So he brought something good though on that standpoint, because he was like, you
Hmm.
can make all the money in the world, but it's like, how you gonna be, not the life of the party, but how you gonna build your network if you don't know how to socially talk? Like, how you gonna have a long lasting relationship if your
Right.
social skills are wrong? So I was like, okay. And he said it's all about team building, conflict resolution, and all that. And I was just like, man, that's just a great skill. So that was
Right.
something actually I learned from Kevin Samuels. I thought that was key. Like, do you
Right.
do you agree with that? Like, it's supposed to be a balance of because I was kind of taught like, hey, you just go to work, you just there to get paid and go home. Like,
Right.
what do you think? You think social skills play an effect as far as your success too, or that's just something extra?
Not necessarily. I mean, I
Okay.
think if you're good and you're great at what you do, you'll
Hmm.
be recognized as socially awkward or whatever. So,
Yeah.
and there people look at you kind of some kind of way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that'll hinder your success I mean, if you got to make money, make other people money. Who cares whether you go to conversation? Who cares when well who the Pistons are playing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But those are things that people do use to build bonds or whatever, right? But I would say that those are things where they may be great at business and stuff like that, but they still are using, they say, those social norms or whatever to solidify their relationships or whatever. But I mean, if you're good at what you do and you make money, make other people money, it really doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
I think that having social skills or whatever is something that you develop. I think like with in relationship to people, whatever. I think that generally like it starts at the home. With like your father, your uncles, or whatever.
Hmm.
Your cousins, and then your neighborhood, that environment, or whatever helps develop all of those things, whatever. So that when you go into your profession or you start trying to talk to girls, whatever, these things are already in play. Like my father, he would teach me about girls or whatever, right?
Hmm.
But he was married, what I mean, to my mother and stuff like that. So I still didn't have that 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 factor or whatever, right? So when all my friends were like 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, whatever, they already had like girlfriends, multiple girlfriends and stuff like that. And the one girl who I did have like me in middle school, my friend took her from
Oh man.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff happens.
So yeah, man. Cause like the girl, she liked me or whatever, right? So we would go
Right.
to lunch every day in middle school, right? I was on first, but he was on second lunch. So
Mhm.
I would go in there, I would lay my head on her lap and lay my head on the shoulder. I'm just taking full advantage of it. She comes sit beside me every day at lunch or whatever, right? So I saw my friend in school one day. I said, "Yeah, man, this girl like me, man. I lay her every day, and you know, I had to lay my head on the lap and stuff like that at the lunch table." So he takes and skips his lunch and comes on my lunch, right? And meets the girl. Nothing I know, he talks to him, "Yeah, man, I'm catching the bus around our house. We having sex and all this stuff or whatever, right?" So I go back trying to lay my head on. She's like, "Get off me."
Oh man.
Move. You
Jeez.
know what I'm saying?
Gosh, bro.
So,
Man.
so man, I was kind of like a late bloomer, was talking to girls, whatever, like
Okay.
about 18, 19.
Yeah, yeah.
I started trying to come into my own. She was like, "Hey, excuse me, thank you." Okay. Out. Sorry about that. Um, so I was about like 18, 19 when I started coming to. Give me some 1 second.
No, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm doing something. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, my friend. But that's real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So one thing that I think about women, realize about women and being able to talk to them, whatever, you have to be able to sell them the dream
Mm-hmm.
because they're emotional. See what I'm saying? So you have to sell them or present to them what it is that they're looking for. See what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And that's what I learned how to do. I learned, hey, to get my uh, smell good game up. See what I'm saying? But I got videos, whatever, showing me with YSL and Polo Red or whatever. Hey, man, get your smell good up. Give me 1 second.
No,
You know
bro.
what? Look here. Open the door up no more. I'm not playing. In the house, you know what I'm saying?
Are you
This
good?
few years. So, but it did happen, man. You know. But
Yeah, yeah,
so then I started getting like my dress game together and everything, with
yeah.
dress shoes, khaki. I didn't wear like tennis shoes. I wear like polo. I was like polo, Liz Claiborne,
Okay.
Ralph Lauren, like kind of like stuff you can go to like Macy's and Dylan's to get or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
once I started getting my image together as far as my dress and my shoes and stuff like that, and I started getting comfortable around women and talking with them, laughing with them, and joking with them, whatever. I I found myself being more susceptible to them. See what
That's
I'm
good.
saying? And them liking me even more, whatever. Then I already had like the social status because I was respected by my peers and stuff like that. That wasn't in like that inner circle, but inner circle respecting me because I was about my hands or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I we just had a mutual respect for one another. But yeah, man, it's really about selling an image that you have high social status,
Right.
and that you are what it is that she's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Because with a majority of women that I've ever dated, either they come back to me or I get word back to someone else like, "You're the only man that I ever loved," and you know what I'm saying, all the other guys was you know what I'm saying, was not what I wanted or whatever. Because generally I'm a nice guy,
Mm-hmm.
but I was somewhat of a womanizer because hey, that's what I was taught to be by my peers. That's what my peers were doing or whatever
Right.
and everything. So, I mean, but when I look back on it, it's like, what did I really gain from all those experiences? What did I really learn from those experiences? It's really not anything, you know. It hasn't helped me today and what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, what I'm dealing with. So just really wasted time of being a young man. You want to fit in and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
You want to be that guy too or whatever, but it takes work. You know what I mean? But being a young man, you had the energy and the time to do that. Like being an older man now, I'm like half a century old or whatever. It's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? And it's effective. You know, I talk to a girl like, hey, I'm not trying to impress you or improve you or impress you, you know, take me out. And it works, you know, and stuff like that. Because I'm to the point, I'm not nervous,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I got I have like my little car, whatever, nice car, whatever. You know, I got my cell phone. I got two cell phones actually, whatever. So I have an image that I'm presenting. See what I'm saying? Like, hey, this
Right.
guy's important. He's making moves. He's doing things. And that's what a woman wants. She wants a man who is in control, who takes charge, who has self-confidence, and who can be a provider
Right.
and everything. So
And
when
that's
you give
true.
a woman, that kind of image or whatever, they gravitate to that.
That's
Whether you're
good.
really that or not.
That's good. Because if you don't mind, like, like, are you still like dating and stuff?
I got a girl.
Oh, you'll get okay, okay.
I got a girl.
When you was first, if you
So,
want to
so
share, when you,
hope she don't watch this video. Sometimes it's like, you know,
yeah,
let's see if I still got my refer to the grocery store. Like, hey, girl.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I was saying, like, when you first met her and stuff, like, was you, of course, you was paying for the date and stuff like that. Like, did you guys? Oh, okay. So y'all was, she was like paying, or you guys were taking turns.
Let me tell you this, right?
Mm.
Every woman I ever dated, it was always I met them. Oh, and I'm old school. I'm not social media dating. This is you on the
Yeah,
telephone, 2 3 hours. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Everyone I ever met always ended up like we talking to them for about a week, and then us getting up that together that next weekend or whatever,
Mhm.
and them come around my house or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And if I didn't get it the first night, nah, I can't, nah. Saturday night, I was there. You know what I mean? Then came like going out or whatever, and I'd be like, hey, take me out. You know,
Mm.
sure, okay. But I'll say that the women that I've always dated have been women with middle class backgrounds.
Middle
And
class
so,
backgrounds. Okay.
yes. So this is so what I found that we have a woman that kind of comes from money.
Mm.
Money's not that important to her. She's
Right.
not worried about what you can do for her. She's not worried about what you can provide for her. Only thing she wants to know is, does she like you? Does she get along with you? Can you make her laugh? And then lastly, can you please her in bed? Because you have to do these things first before you get to the bed part of it and
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
That's
yeah,
good.
so you know, but what I would do, like say if I say take me out, right? They may take me to the movies or whatever and dinner, and I may spring for dinner. I may spring for the movies or whatever. So hey, I'm in it with you. I'm not just trying to pull from you or whatever. So it's a revolving door. You do for me and I do for you. That's how I've always carried it and stuff. You know,
That's
but I always try to make it more of them doing than I'm doing. That way I know that they really like me.
Oh, that's cool. I remember. I remember. Remember Steve the Dean. He's been on O'Shea the Jackson show. They used to talk about the Brother Bill
Okay.
podcast.
No, I never watched them.
Okay, that was years ago. But yeah, Steve. He's like
Okay.
I think he's, what is he like? What do you call them people? Not a love guru. Oh my gosh. Something consult. A love. I don't know. A dating coach. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, he was saying, like, he was telling young man, he was like, hey man, when you go on the first day, do not take them to no expensive ass restaurant. Like, start off, because like, especially if you don't have the means to do that, because they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
respect that a lot. So he was like, man, you can do, like, and you can sell, bro. Like he said, bro, you can just get some ice cream, go to the park, simple
Right.
stuff like that. And I just
Mm-hmm.
find that really interesting, because when I was with my wife, we were dating and stuff. We kind of knew each other because we worked together. We used to work at an airport in Detroit. And and I went through the military and all that stuff still in, and she ended up moving in Florida, and I was stationed in Georgia, so she was about 4 hours away from me. So I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I was off on the weekends. We still connected. I was like, okay, I can come see you, on the weekends, and chill. So we went to, like, just I just went pretty much, I won't say below my means, but I went something that was affordable and
Right.
that was still
Right.
nice. I was still
Mm-hmm.
myself. So I mean, like,
Right.
yeah, we used to walk downtown. It's a lot to do in Florida. We went to
Right.
Sarasota. We went to Chili's, our first date, things of that.
Okay.
And yeah, it just kind of went on from there, and we kind of gained interest.
Right.
And the thing is, I brought that up because Steve was talking about, like, I mean, it depends. Like if your whole purpose is to smash, I mean, okay, well that's a whole different, a whole different thing though. But if you just want a relationship, okay, you want to get to know them, like just get to know them. Like its purpose is to start a conversation, and then
Mhm.
next thing you know, like they're not obligated to have sex with you on the first date. I think that's what a lot of
Right.
dudes kind of get upset. They're like, "Oh man, she ain't gonna talk." I'm like, "Okay, that's her loss. You keep moving forward. At least you didn't spend
Right.
hundreds of dollars on her just to impress her."
Right. Right.
So I just found like I kind of found like that was some good golden nuggets I actually learned a few years ago. Just listen to them
Mhm.
about that, just being yourself. Because I think a lot of dudes, man, they just kind of just they just want to. I try to stay away from the negativity of that side of YouTube. They be saying, man, I
Mhm.
took her on this nice expensive day. She didn't call me back the next day. I'm like, I just like, yeah, man, it's kind
Right.
of crazy. I mean, all of this is just like I said, just have a mouthpiece, just sell, just
Mhm.
be yourself, and just
Yeah,
that's
that's
it, man.
it.
That's the easiest thing.
Right.
The easiest thing is getting a woman. That's so easy.
Right.
The hardest
Right.
thing is maintaining a
Right.
relationship, like, and
Yes,
that's the
I
hardest part,
agree. That
you
I
know.
agree.
Because I don't
Mhm.
even, like I said, I've been married for like a year and year and a half. So yeah, thanks, man. We went through
Yeah,
some
congrats.
it went through a lot of
Right.
ups and downs though, but I'm still learning,
Mhm. Okay.
finances and things of that nature. But it's
Right.
all good though,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, like I say, I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I do know a little bit about social dating or whatever, right?
Okay.
Um, just a very look. I'm not Twitch and Tumblr. I don't know nothing about that stuff, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was working at a job and like it was like with a lot of females, whatever, right? They were
Mm-hmm.
younger than me, and they were like, this is like, oh my God, man, 10, 12 years ago, I guess. Not that long, maybe 8 years ago. They're
Okay.
like, Mr. Henry, join Plenty of Fish. So I'm like, what is Plenty of Fish? What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And
Gosh,
so they
just
explained it to me or
successful.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I did, right? So I'm like, I'm an 80s, 90s baby. So I'm like at the club. I see a
Yeah.
girl at the grocery store, convenience store. I'm trying to holler. So this big social media thing is like a joke to me or whatever, right? So I go up there. I want to come back to another point too, right? But so I go up there, right?
Mhm.
I put a picture of me with a bottle of water in my face. I take a picture like that, and my caption says thirsty.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Did you get
And so
did you get any clicks, man? Yeah.
I got a lot of clicks. Some
Okay.
of them were mad because they said they were people up here simply trying to find a relationship. And then some people found it absolutely amusing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I met a few women through through Plenty of Fish or whatever, but that's not my social like dating social media is not my thing or whatever. So
Okay.
my thing in dating or whatever is before I go out with you or whatever, right? If I meet you today, I'm not taking you out tomorrow. It's
Mm.
gonna be at least 1 or 2 weeks before we go out or whatever, right?
1 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, and my thing is this is like if I'm out on a date with you beginning the date or whatever, right? And we've had this 1 or 2 weeks kind of know each other, right? At that point, you kind of know whether you like me or not, whatever, right? Or where the situation is going. A woman already knows that.
Yeah.
And if I try to like hug up on you, nod up against you,
Yeah.
let alone try ask you for a kiss, which is kind of aggressive, whatever. He like, no, stop. I don't do that on the first date. My man is like, you lying. You just ain't doing it with me on the first date.
Right.
And if you're totally rejecting me or whatever, they gonna come to the end. Look, I'm sorry. I forgot that's what I had to do. I'm like $25 down, so I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
finish the day.
Yeah.
But I never go to a situation expecting a woman to, label me or whatever and stuff like that. But I do expect her to be receptive to my come on. You know what I mean? Like if I try to hug her, put my arm around her, whatever, and she hugs me back or whatever, she allows me to do it. But she like kind of leans away, moves my arm, which has
Yeah, I can
happened.
tell.
Yeah. I met this girl, right? Back in the 90s. I was at the club. Got
Mm-hmm.
my dreads and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm in there stunt with my homeboy. Met a girl, spit some game to her at the bar. She's like, yeah, that was kind of smooth. Whatever. Bought her a drink, like $15 drink too, whatever, right? So she comes around my house the next night. And so I'm trying to move up on her, whatever. She ain't resisted, but she says, "Yeah, I need my light bill paid." I'm like, "Oh, okay." You
Right,
know
that's
what
had
I'm
to with me.
saying? Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, right. So I'm still trying to like, move up on her. What I'm saying, yeah, but I got this bill that I got to pay. I need to pay. I need help. I need your help. And I'm like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she was just like, well, I think I'm about to ready to go. I think I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay. Well, it's nice seeing you. Plus, I'm glad you came around to see me and stuff like that. Have a good night. I didn't get mad, say be hold. Okay, cool, no problem.
Right, right,
See you
right.
later. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because I was in college. I had a car. I was working. So man, I was in high demand. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I remember I had one to get away, man. I always kick myself in the butt, man. I mean, not that I'm on the color thing, whatever. She was tall, flat stomach, thick thigh, but she was slender, man. I remember that she was with a group of girls. Their car had broke down, and I
Hmm.
was on my way to the convenience store. So they had a flat tire. So I started changing the tire for them, whatever, right?
Hmm.
So then a group of guys pulled up, and the girls got to come start talking to them. They call her over there to other guys or whatever, right? So she
Hmm.
went in there for a minute, and then she came back over to where I was like, they ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just sat there talking. I changed the tire and stuff.
Yeah.
And man, it was mine for the taking, bro. It was mine for the taking. But because I was such high demand, I was like, I'm doing this as a good deed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And she was, man, bro, she was bad, bro. She was bad, man. I just changed. I said, yeah, the next I think gave me a hug and stuff like kissed me on the cheek and everything. It was
Oh
mad for
wow.
the taking, bro. But I was just so high on myself. I'm just like, man, I ain't just that. I always regretted that. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that thing was bad. you
Yeah.
know, but one thing my mom said to me, man, I told her she put her jeans on because I went like the well went dry for quite a long time. She was like, this was like back in the 90s too. She was like, son, she said, if you never had sex again, you've had enough sex to last you for the rest of your life. Because I was running through them, bro. And it's like, I'm about to tell you guys, listen, man, if a guy like me, heavy set, dark skin, lazy eye, whatever, can get girls, have girls like me or whatever, you can do it too. You
Yeah.
just gotta figure out the process of how to make women attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? And there's some
Exactly.
woman out there that's gonna like you. Even if all her friends say not to like you, she's gonna like you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Exactly.
stuff like that. But it's about being really confident in who
Hmm.
you are. And like I say, being yourself. You got to come from being your masculine frame and don't talk and don't laugh. Like, no, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Be
that's the part
yourself.
talking. Right.
Yeah. You're a man. You should always be masculine, even
Right.
with being silly or funny and stuff like that. Where she's laughing with you, not laughing at you, like, ha ha ha, look, get away from me, but ha ha, you funny, man. I like being around you. Because my my dad taught me that, hey, a quicker way to get into a woman's pants is to make her laugh.
That's
Have,
true.
for her to have a good time with you and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You
Exactly.
know.
Yeah. Like I said,
So
just be funny, man. I know a funny dude, my brother Mike, man. He's hilarious, man.
uh
Yeah, and sweetest guy, man, ever, man. And
right,
I be laughing with him. He's just fun to be around with. He's very family oriented. I still talk to him to this
right,
day.
right.
One of my best friends. He was on one of my panels before. But yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right. Say something crazy like, yeah, girl, I'm picking at you out my eye over here in the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look so crazy. You know what I'm
what the
saying?
heck?
Yo, man, I say anything, man. You know what I mean? To start a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
everything. And,
That's cool, man. I was
and,
yeah.
and, and they say not to validate a woman, but in my case, validated gets me there even quicker.
They
Wow,
love that stuff though.
you look
Yeah.
so good today. I love your hair. No,
Yeah.
is that yakking it? Oh, listen about hair. Like, yeah, I know a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? And that opens up the door for a conversation.
Yep, it
You know
sure
what I
does.
mean?
They like that stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
So
it's a wonderful, yeah, wonderful thing, man. And that's what I say. Like I said, just be yourself. That's all you got to do.
that's it.
The thing about with KS, man, Kevin Samuels, like I said, him rest in peace and
Yeah,
everything.
recipes.
I had
Yeah.
to. He made hundreds of videos. I got to really go back and look at his videos before I can really like judge him, you
Right.
know. But you know, it's really unfortunate because when I was overseas, you know, because I was training in the military, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What, Kevin?" I got the notification that he died. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Right.
You know, I always want to wait, you know, before because sometimes, you know, the media always give sometimes false information, you know, all that
Right.
stuff. I'm like, okay, they probably just doing that. And I'm like, he probably gonna get on live like I'm not dead. But I'm like, dang, he's
Right.
it's confirmed. I was just like, wow,
Right.
it's just crazy, like you know how life is, you know, so
Yeah.
precious, man. You know, so that's why I try to take
Right.
every day, you know, the most my opportunities, man, because you just never know when
Right.
it's your last day.
And,
It's
and
crazy.
try not to let the things of this life stress you out too much.
Oh yeah, most
You
definitely.
know.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm trying to do, especially like talking about the news here on YouTube. Even though I love doing it
right.
though, so but
Right. Right.
it's crazy. It's a lot, man. So
It's life. You
I had
know.
homeboys that died and stuff like that back at
Right.
home. Some got
Right.
killed. I'm just like, dude, it's just crazy.
Matter of fact, are you from Chicago?
No, Michigan, Detroit.
Michigan, Detroit.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you about something. You was doing a live stream one night. This was like months ago.
Oh,
And
months.
man, yeah, you were getting gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You don't know about my background, what I've been through, and you know what I'm saying? Like, is that my man talking like that?
do you
I
remember?
mean,
I made thousands of videos. Do you remember the topic? I got.
I can't remember the topic because I came in for a moment. I don't think I said that time. I just sat back and listened for a minute because you were talking about some life experience and things you've been through, and people don't know, hey, your background and stuff. Like, whoa, okay, my man been out there too for a minute, huh?
Well, cause I think, yeah, cause the way I present myself and stuff. Some
Right,
people at my job like, oh man, you're not from the hood. I'm like, yeah, I was born in Detroit, and actually, I was born in the hood, and I grew up in the suburbs. So
right,
I had best of both. Like I kind of
right,
understood a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I could kind of speak
right,
from that perspective. But they
right,
was like, you know, because when I think about Detroit, I think it's oh man, it's just gangsters, people shooting, killing each other. I'm like,
right.
everybody, that's just a certain percentage of people in there. Everybody in Detroit ain't bad. They're good people. Like it's just
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
yeah. So
In any city you have your good areas and your bad areas. You know what
yes,
I mean?
yes. I mean, it's
You
still kind of
know.
crazy. I talk to my grandmother sometimes because she still live down there. And she's
Hmm.
like, I was like, is it still bad? She's like, yeah, it's still bad down there. People killing, shooting
Right.
every day. I'm like, dang, because you think, you know, when you get
Wow.
away, I haven't been in Detroit in like 2 years. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, man. And
Okay.
yeah, it was kind of crazy though. I mean, the city it has a lot of potential though, man. But
Hmm.
it's just kind of sad. Like you know, people I grew up with kind of died. Like this one dude, I knew he committed suicide not too
Oh
long ago.
wow.
He was like
Okay.
24. I
Right.
don't know what he was going through. I'm like, damn, like you know. And then
Hmm.
it was this rapper I met. He got killed outside his music studio. I'm just like,
Right.
you know, yeah, it's rough. It's rough over there, man.
Hmm.
That's another reason why I actually kind of joined the military to get away from that stuff. You
Right.
know,
That's
yeah.
good. That's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm
Right.
learning about that too. So, um, you know, when people want me to make military videos, I don't know. I
Like
just
about
how to join, what it's like.
okay. I think that'd be great.
I
If you want to
could,
share those experiences,
yeah, I
and
guess
it,
I could,
it doesn't
yeah,
impact you like in a any kind of way with like your superiors or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. But you
Right.
know, because I really want to go and talk about like, you know, how to deal with like, you know, when you're married to a civilian, right? And you got to be deployed somewhere. You got to go on an assignment, and your spouse is
Hmm.
at home for like 6 months or a few
Hmm.
weeks and stuff, and how to deal with that, you know,
Right.
emotionally. That's kind of tough, you know, because I know it was tough
I'm
for my wife.
sure.
Yeah, I know it's tough for my wife. I was gone
Right.
for like 3 weeks and stuff, and you
Okay.
know, she likes when I'm here because she feels safe and all that stuff. I understand that, you
Right.
know.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I kind of, you know, I could talk about that too though. But
Hmm.
what I'm really passionate about, what I noticed about too, is that the hobbies that I have with my wife, is that, you know, we watch shows and together, and we play the video games sometimes, but we love cooking, man. It's something about cooking. Like, and we can talk about that too if you don't mind. I don't know how much time we
Sure.
have. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I love cooking, man. Like, okay, on my community page,
Hmm.
we made patty melts. I'm pretty sure you heard of that.
Okay.
Yeah, we made
Yeah.
patty melts. We made oh my goodness, I wish my wife was here. Well, we made chicken parmesan.
Okay.
Olive
Okay.
Garden mix, man. We can make we make meatloaf. Um,
Okay.
let's finish.
Where, how long ago did you let her out?
Like I think it was like about an hour ago. Let her out.
Me let her out?
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so we had meatloaf. We had like all kinds of stuff, man, and like we actually learned from this cooking channel called Gina. She's really good, and we learned a lot
Hmm.
about her. And then yeah, we just do it. Actually, something I picked up during the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love it, man. And like if we can do that too, because I was like, okay, since we love always in the kitchen, we always cook
Oh
for people,
yeah.
man. We made potato salad, all kinds of stuff, man. We throw down, man. And the thing is, how some people they say, hey, they just have their wife just cook. Like we cook together. That's how we do.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
that's nice. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
we love it, man. It's just something about it though. Like I'm kind of passionate about it though.
Right.
So I was like, I can probably start a little cooking channel, bro. But
Okay.
yeah, man. So you say you like cooking too, so that's
Oh
good.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done glazed salmon.
Oh, that's
I
good.
made Vietnamese pho.
Hmm.
I made like some honey barbecue glazed chicken, like drumlet wings or whatever, chicken
Oh,
drumlets
nice.
and wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So like
Yeah.
I got a few little dishes up there that I made. You know what I mean? I
What
probably doing
made you
some.
get into what made you get into cooking? Like did you who taught you how to cook and all that stuff?
Well, what made me get into cooking was the fact that my father, he was the cook in the family.
Oh,
Because
okay.
my grandmother taught him how to cook. I'm talking about, man, this man he could cook, and I mean like the guys, they're like his friends, like he was young or whatever, and his friends would come over and have dinner. Like, what you cooking, little hey, what you cooking? They
Hmm.
run there playing chess, smoking weed or whatever. He fix dinner for all of them. Thanksgiving, my friends would come over for Thanksgiving and stuff. And sometimes he just cook meals and like he'd do like subs or whatever, like steak stuff, whatever. He'd give out to like my little friends in the community and everything. And man, he could just really cook. And one thing I always wanted to do for him was get him a restaurant. He said he wanted a restaurant. And so while I
Yeah.
went to college, I said, I'm going to get you a restaurant and everything. And I didn't do it, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
my babies call him G Dog, like short for granddaddy, so G Dog. So I call my channel G
Okay.
Dog's Lit Kitchen. So it's really an honor and tribute to him and everything. So I would sit back and watch him like, do dishes or whatever. And, I think I just had a natural knack to be able to produce edible, decent food.
That's good. Oh yeah.
I'm not on the caliber that he is or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
what I mean, I cook for like that's what the women love too. I cook for you know what I'm saying? I back you
Oh
up, bro.
yeah. I
You
don't
know what I
mind,
mean?
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, because I want a restaurant too, man. One day, like that would be
Okay.
freaking amazing. Like we made, so I
Right.
made some orange chicken, man. Oh, so good.
Okay.
You think we got it from the Empire Dynasty, the Chinese food place. Like
Right.
it was that good, man. I was just
Mm.
like, wow, bro. Like the only thing I'm trying to work on is baking. Baking is a little difficult for me. I mean, I can
Oh
bake
really?
cookies and
Okay.
brownies, and I make
Right.
cupcakes, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just something I gotta get better. Like something with cakes, like baking cakes is just a long process. It's hard. My grandma's really
Right.
good at it, but
Okay.
for me personally, I think cooking is way easier than baking.
Right.
But yeah, I can make cookies from scratch and stuff. We might make that tonight. But the things of that, it's really good.
Right. Right. Right.
So I
Right.
was just
Right.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
man. But I'm gonna probably like,
Mm.
list ingredients. I'm gonna go, like I said, create another channel for that, man. Because I didn't know, like on YouTube, man, it's a really huge audience for that for cooking. Yeah.
Yes. And one thing I'll be criticized, I'll be like not criticized, but just making fun of is those mukbang videos. I do not get those videos. Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm like, you're just eating food, like, hey, eating food for KFC. But hey, it's a hustle. It is what it is. But
It is hustle. It's kind of gross. It's like mukbang video with sounds. I'm like, what is
you're
this?
just eating food, bro. What the heck?
Yeah. And it's this one guy, man. He's an Asian guy. I can't think what his name is, but I'll send it to you
Okay.
in an email, or whatever. I can't think what his name is,
Yeah, yeah.
but he has like 1 million subscribers. Now
Wow.
he can cook. He can cook now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talking about like shrimp, lobster, cheese sticks. I mean, you name it. I mean, those. I mean, steaks, ribeyes. I mean, man, he can burn. You know,
Yeah.
but it gets to the end, you be like, at that point, I cut it like I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he can dip it in the sauce. The sauce, like that's no. But people
Yeah.
love it. I just
Yeah.
can't do it. You
It
know.
is, yeah, and that's the
Yeah,
thing about YouTube. It's a market for pretty much anything, though. So that's
it
what kind of
is.
discovered. So I was just like, oh, okay,
Right.
but
People in their quirks.
I'm just
You
like, yeah,
know.
yeah, man. I'm just like, yeah, but yeah,
Like
that's
I,
pretty much it.
yeah, like I was telling my this is just on the record. Like I was telling my friend or whatever, right? Like you put it, if you go to YouTube now and put in sea moss, right? You get
Yeah.
100 videos. Gold sea moss from Jamaica, sea moss from Australia, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then go to YouTube, whatever, right, and type in black seed oil. If you find a video, it's 5 years old. No one's talking about black seed oil anymore. It's not in any longer. But 2 years ago, it was the best thing ever. It was a
Gee.
secret to immortality. You know what I mean? Black seed oil or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And people still say it has, like, if you look it up, it says it's still, there are articles out there that say that has like a lot of benefits for you if you take it, but it's not the end thing any longer. People aren't talking about it anymore. So,
Yeah.
these things come and go, man.
Yeah, they do, man. I remember on the Super Bowl, my wife and we made some mustard hot wings. Oh, it was so good,
Okay.
man. Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I didn't know like the mustard is usually is good for a lot of things, man. I,
Right.
I was like,
Right.
wow, that and mayonnaise, because of course we use the mayonnaise, for the potato salad and stuff. It was really good,
Right.
man. I was just like,
Hmm.
wow, like, and I remember my wife, we went to a thrift store, bought like a little cookbook and stuff, and
Okay.
yeah, man. So it was really good. Now I know living with my grandma for some time before I joined military, she cooked like every day. She actually
Right.
she's actually in the process of starting a restaurant too. So she just retired from her
Hmm.
job, so which is good
Right.
for her. Yeah, man. She can cook everything. I remember she used to make these ground beef muffins for me. It was so good, man. I was just like, wow.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's a really good thing. And plus too, it's like a therapy for me too. I mean, that in
Right.
YouTube, and it's just kind of cool doing stuff with your hands with
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Right.
man. So
Right.
but that's kind of cool. Just run to you about that. You do cooking as well, man. That's
Oh
good.
yeah.
So you
Oh
cook
yeah.
like almost every day?
Not every day.
Okay.
Kind of like maybe every 2 to 3 days I cook and stuff like that. Cause I'm tired. If I get off work or whatever. So,
Yeah, I hear you.
but yeah, but I do like to cook. Whatever, it's enjoyable. But I don't know, it's like when I cook, if someone cooks for me, I enjoy it better.
I
When
get
I
you.
cook for myself, I don't know. It's. I mean, I don't know. Cause sometimes I get on the phone calls like, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
that's good.
it varies. You know what I mean?
That's good. So Khalid, like, yeah. So you still, because I know you've been making YouTube videos and stuff like that. So you still planning on like keeping your channel and things of that nature, or are you taking YouTube serious, or are you thinking?
Well, I'm not taking it serious to the point where I'm doing like a lot of investing, like buying boom mics and doing
Okay.
background. Like I say,
Yeah.
I just know that if I take off, I take off. If I don't take off, then it is what it is. But I will continue to do. 'Cause I do enjoy doing it. Actually, I enjoy doing the cooking channel more so than KhalidisEternal. My KhalidisEternal is more like social issues, social
Okay.
agendas, things going on in society or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of found a hard time, focusing on topic, I guess, or whatever, and like really like be engaging audience, like I said, how you do or whatever. But like if you see me, like you go to G-Dog's Lit Kitchen or whatever, I see your link for it, whatever,
Yeah.
it's more natural. I can just talk and ramble, joke and laugh, whatever, because I'm doing something that I enjoy, or whatever,
Hmm.
and it's not like me trying to help someone fix or solve something or whatever. Although I do have some informational videos up there, whatever, where I'm really
Okay.
trying to like give good advice. I just feel like a natural flow. But what I started to do with my current channel, I started taking in the direction of just talking specifically about Islam. You know what I'm saying? The benefits of Islam and the benefits of
Okay.
Islam in my life. That was a thought that I had because, you know, hey, yes, okay, so your mom, I know, right? Okay, so your mom, oh God. So, so, you know, So I was kind of like, when people aren't really watching and people buy into they buy into the lie versus buy into the truth. Like if I tell
Mm-hmm.
you, like, hey, 2016, the time I became homeless, me and my mother was out there. I had one family member to help me for a while, but then she had to start after about a month and a half or whatever. I got
Mm-hmm.
more help from strangers than I did from people in my life, just you know, giving a hotel here and there, giving $20 to eat or whatever. But no one ever, did anything to help put me back on my feet, just like keep me going for another day or two, etc. or whatever, right? But I didn't give up. I kept doing odd jobs until I got a regular job. I stayed
Mm-hmm.
in hotels for 3 or 4 years or whatever until I was able to get my own place. I have my own car. See what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I rebuilt what I lost and everything, right? But people don't buy into that or gravitate to that unless it's like a Steve Harvey. I was sleeping in
Mm-hmm.
my car, now I'm a millionaire. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I get what you're
And a
saying.
lot, right. And in a lot of cases, whatever, you're sleeping in your car because it's not that you don't have a place to live at, because you're chasing a dream. Like
Mm.
your grandmama may I think she may have been from Michigan as well. I think he's talking
Michigan.
about from
Yeah.
Seattle or Michigan, right?
Michigan.
So he may have had a place to live in Michigan, but because he was chasing his dream of being a comedian, being a star, which led him to be in California, whatever,
Right.
sleeping in his car, whatever, chasing his dream. In my situation, I didn't have a choice, you know, and I try to give people basic, everyday explanations and reasons and causes and fixtures to everyday life situations, not just like the glitz and glam of these illusions that like a lot of these YouTuber guys present. Like, once they get like 50,000, 1,000 subscribers, they get like $5,000, $10,000 Patreons, whatever. Now it's like, I got it going on. I've always had it going on. I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
Right, right. That's it's not realistic. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
But you
You
can
know,
see
you
the thing is you're you.
uh,
It's only one you, and you're unique,
right,
and you have your
right,
and it's people, it's millions and millions of people that love to hear your story. It was
right.
the gentleman. I don't follow him, but I used to. Like he was I think he's Mexican, but he got out of
Okay.
jail. He got out of prison, and he created a
Mhm.
YouTube channel. I mean, he basically was just talking about why he was in there, how he got in there, and actually too, he was just vlogging his life, how slowly
Right,
trying to get a job and try to repair his life. And
right,
he actually generated an audience from that,
right,
and
right,
this
right.
was the regular dude. So I mean, to say that, like, I mean, the thing is, what I learned too, what Max was telling me, because I followed Max V on YouTube a lot, he was just saying, like,
Mhm.
it's a market pretty much for everything. All you have to do, if you really want to take it serious, you got to be consistent every single day. Like, you're one video away from like taking off.
Right.
I remember one time, right? So when I don't know if you watched, but I had the baby video, and that generated
Uh-huh.
almost 700,000 views, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can literally check it, like, on my most
Okay.
popular, and
Right.
I can show it. But like I was like seven, almost, it's like 693,000 views. That video alone, and that I made that video last year. That video alone had me
Mhm.
monetized, and I was
Okay.
like,
Okay.
and you just never know, and it usually be the
Right.
videos that you least expect.
Right.
I
Right.
woke up
That's
one
true.
morning. I woke up one morning, went on TMZ, and I was like, "Oh shoot, the baby got arrested on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Let me talk
Mhm.
about it." I'm probably thinking,
Right.
like, I'm probably gonna get 40, 50, 60 views.
Right.
When I noticed it started getting kind of crazy, it's like, okay, as soon as I uploaded it, right, I refreshed it. 5 minutes later, I got 20 views. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, in 5 minutes,
Mhm.
20 views. I'm like, that's pretty good. I'm like, okay.
Right. Right.
An hour passed by, 1,000.
Mhm.
I was looking like,
Right.
whoa, 1,000 views in 1 hour, and
Mhm.
then it just kept going. Then it was like 10,000 by the end of the day, and then it
Right.
kept going. And I was like, bro, like 40, 50, 60,000. I was like, what? And then YouTube
Right.
sent me an email. It's like, all right, congratulations, you. I was like, whoa, like you. And so I hear
Right.
to say that it's like, be consistent, man. Just
Right.
keep pumping them
Right.
out, man. Because like people love to hear your story, man. Like I said, your
Right.
stories about, like, the women that you used to date, or
Mhm.
your college stories,
Right.
that would be freaking
Right.
amazing. We love hear that. Like
Well,
people
I
be
know
like,
what person
yeah,
be tuning in. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. People be tuned in. I was just like, oh my goodness, man. But
Right.
it was just amazing though. It's just funny how the YouTube algorithms works, man,
Right.
because if you wasn't making videos, I probably would have never heard about you. That's funny
Mm-hmm,
how that
mm-hmm.
is, because like, yeah,
Right.
back in 2015 and 2014, I was listening to a lot of financial videos.
Right.
So I was listening to a lot of finances. I was into personal development. I was listening to a lot of like Dave Ramsey, things of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally
Right.
every single day around 2014, 2015, 2016. It used to be my ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Your video so happened to pop up on my recommend feed. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is a brother talking about his experiences working at a bank.
Right.
I was like, okay, let me hear what he's saying. And I was like, oh
Right.
wow, that's how the YouTube algorithm works. It actually go by your first 5 searches. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's but I just say that to say that like you just never know who's watching, who's listening. It's like for instance, I got James Guy Gipe in here. He
Mm-hmm.
actually has 40 some, I think he has like 50 something thousand subscribers, and he just came in. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good brother. He actually makes YouTube videos. He actually just
Right.
he shares people's content. He's really good.
Okay.
But the thing is, I was saying is that Khalid, like, I would never discover you, man. Like, like they go by
Mm-hmm.
your first 5 searches. Like, if I'm searching about motorcycles all the time, eventually,
Mm-hmm.
if you're making about motorcycles, I'm gonna run into you. That's just how
That's
that
true.
that's how
Right.
that works.
That's
But
very
yeah,
bad. Right.
it's just But when I was
Right.
listening to finances and things of that nature, man, I was just like, oh shoot, man, because I just love how you talk about
Mm-hmm.
finance and you was promoting your book too. I just thought that
Right.
was really cool. So I was like, let me
Right.
subscribe
Right.
to
Right.
him. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that. Right. Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, because
'Cause-
it's like you're knowledgeable about about finances.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because it's interesting. Like I said, I have videos that have done like 2 and 3 and 4, 10,000 views or whatever, and then some of them are still growing and everything. Right. I'm like, why is this video still growing? Right. Like I did a
yeah,
video about computer share. Right.
okay,
Which is a they have a lot. They have like a lot of relationships like with like Walmart and Bank of America or whatever, and you can actually like purchase like your company stock through them and your not 401k, but like profit sharing things of that nature, right? So I
exactly.
did that video several years ago, right? And that particular video is still growing.
Hmm.
While I look at like my YouTube studio or whatever,
Yeah,
I'm like, why are people still watching this coffee share video when they charge you like $3 or $4 to take out your check every month to invest, where you got like all these free trading platforms, but they're still
yeah,
watching that video for
yeah,
some odd reason. I'm like, that's interesting. So
yeah.
I may have a video hit like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, maybe five. Then be like five, five views, 4 views, 10 views,
Yeah,
then
yeah. Because you was
15 videos
talking
down the
about,
line.
because I remember you, yeah, because you made a video about my advice to the advice show.
Yeah, that's
I
like
was
at
like, that's
15,000.
still that's still doing
Right.
numbers. People still clicking on that, man. I was just like,
Yeah,
whoa,
right.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was actually
yeah.
good. I remember when you first made that video.
Right.
Because he went through that controversy of his, woman is a different race and all that stuff, and the kind of content he was
Right.
talking about. Yeah, so like, and that was kind of interesting too, and then I think you're talking about Steph is cold. That stuff was blowing up too.
Yeah, that's still doing videos like he has a girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
That's
Steph is
what I
cold.
was talking about, right?
He's still making videos. Stuff. Yeah, he funny, but yeah.
Yeah, I like watching. I still watch it because he cracks me up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like I say, and I look at his perspective as a young man perspective. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because really, you still looking for validation. You trying to like be the best woman, be the best guy she's ever been with. You trying to clap her cheeks. Like, do you like her that much? Do you love her?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna take care of you? Does she have her own house and car, and she gonna make you her like man told her something? You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
why you put all this effort for just so she can girl? Nah, I'm good. That's a young
yeah,
man game.
yeah. I just thought
you
that was
know.
funny. Yeah, I was just like, man, I was going through here too when you talked about Miss Yvette Carnell, Black People Can Build Wealth. That was a video you made 4
Yes.
years ago.
Right.
That did like 1,400, well, 1,500
Right.
views. Yeah,
Right. Right. Yeah. At that it kind of lost traction or whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly sure why. I thought it was a pretty good topic and everything. And in
Okay.
that video, I was just like, you know, I mean, it's not that I disagree with her, what I'm like, but our competition is not competing against like Caucasian or white people. It's
Yeah.
about competing against our own selves and stuff like that, as far as what we can accomplish. Because we already know
Mhm.
that they have a head start. Of course, we're not going to build or accumulate the amount of wealth and things that they have right now, but it's not a 50-yard dash, it's a marathon and stuff like that. And we have come a very long way. We look from our very humble beginnings as being people who were enslaved and chained, no rights, no legal ability to own property or own
Yeah.
business or whatever, to where we're at now. We come leaps and bounds. So why can't you see another 20 years down the line or whatever, us owning corporations and things of that nature? We are owning our own businesses or whatever. We have millionaires and billionaires. So those things are in the making to come. So I didn't quite understand what she was saying. You know,
Yeah, I still kind of subscribe to her. I mean, she changed her YouTube channel name and stuff like that. She talks about
right.
other stuff. I mean, that she doing her thing, but
I've watched it in
I
a
just
while,
like,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. She still, but like I know you talked about too. The child support. How to get out of child support that you made that
Right,
like 5, 6 years ago, and I remember
right.
I was listening to that when I was over my grandma's house when I was living with
Hmm.
her, and that was good. That was about six something.
Right,
See, like I was thinking
right,
like if you could talk more about that because there's a lot of brothers that's going through that,
right,
that was curious. So I'm like, you
right,
gotta I would say your topics are really interesting,
right.
man.
So some topics I kind of stay away from
Yeah.
because I don't want to bring no heat on myself.
Yeah, I mean,
We start messing people money. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
it's a business. I mean, it really is a business. And
yeah.
everybody's making money off of it. So um, I mean, and like I said, if you really get enough traction and you're really putting out good, solid information or whatever, you have people start watching you and looking at you and stuff like that, which they probably already are, but even more so
Mhm.
because there are just some basic things that can be done in that system to change it or alter it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because child support is like the baby mama is really suing you or whatever and
Mhm.
everything. So the thing is that you have to raise a legal argument. Well, why can't I counter sue? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there is such a thing or whatever where I know all these terms, but like I say, I haven't really used them a lot or whatever. But like if you have a law that dictates gender, like deadbeat dad law or whatever, or he shall do this or he shall do that, that's written in the law or whatever, then you can challenge that. You know what I'm saying? And no
Mhm.
more to make them change the wording on that because no law can be made against any group of people or against any kind or against any gender or whatever. That's illegal. So
Yeah.
there's really a lot of fronts that people can really challenge it on that they aren't, but they list all these other gurus and so-called know-it-alls, whatever, and they're going in and spouting all this crazy stuff like you can't you can't charge me with nothing. You can't, do this. You can't do like, bro. These people going to other people's countries, other sovereign nation countries, and enforcing their will. You're here within the confines of this corporation, this country, or whatever. So you
Yeah.
got to learn to play your role. Like if you have a judge, you have a lawyer, you have police officers, etc.,
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
Then you have to understand your role as a citizen in that legal fiction. Because it really is a legal fiction. You start talking about judges and police officers, lawyers, well, those are legal fiction within inside of the law and how they operate. So your legal fiction is that of a citizen.
Mhm.
Because you're dealing with legalese. Now, when you
Right.
start saying, like, Henry, then you're dealing with me as a human being, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. But just because you're a human being doesn't necessarily mean that you have rights within inside of the confines of wherever you're at, unless you're talking about like international law and etc. or whatever. So you get your
Okay.
stuff jammed up, man. Talking about you ain't a U.S. citizen. If you ain't a U.S. citizen, how you have standing to sue in court? You know what I'm
See,
saying?
yeah, that's what the thing too. I was thinking, you just brought a good point. What you call those people? They have the red hats, the
The
Moors.
Moors.
So I gotta do some more research on them, but they was talking about like your social security, or you could deny that you. I don't know. It was just something crazy. Like, like Do you know too much about them, like, or because I was about to ask you the stuff that they believe in? Is it like legit? Like, can you argue that in court? Because yeah, it's
I'm going to say that yes and no,
okay.
because your social security number is the property of the United States government. It is there, and it says that on social security card or whatever, and they actually can take that from you.
Okay.
Um, and and the social security number is for doing business
Mm-hmm.
as a human corporation within the United States, because your tax ID, excuse me, your social security number is the same thing as a tax ID for a corporation or EIN number. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And I learned that by dealing with international packaging. Like things coming out of the US or whatever, they say that,
Mm-hmm.
hey, if you want to get this package to the US, we either need your tax ID number, your EIN number, or we need your social security number for tax purposes and
Mm.
stuff like that. So your social security
Okay.
number is for your legal corporation here in the United States. Yes. Yes, that is actually correct. Yes. Because the
Okay.
14th Amendment, you know what I'm saying, gives corporations personhood. You know, so corporations are people. They're personal. They have the ability to sue and be sued or whatever. It's like we can sue and be sued by corporations or sue each other as people and
That
everything.
makes sense. You could be
Yeah,
super right. Okay, they
yeah,
can take you to court. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, so
Wow.
but I don't agree with the fact that they're saying that, like, okay, I'm gonna turn in my social security number, I'm gonna give everything back to y'all. Now y'all can't do nothing against me. You know, I can drive without having, a license. I can drive without having
Yeah.
insurance. Like, bro, I want you to have a driver license. I want you to have insurance, because if you hit my car, what I'm gonna do? I'm out. I gotta sue my insurance company. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna hack up my thing because they
Yeah.
gotta pay for my
I feel like
car.
yeah,
You
you shoot
know?
yourself in the foot. Like you would go to
Yeah.
kind of go to jail. You drive without insurance. That's like a I
Right.
know that's a misdemeanor in Michigan.
Right.
Yeah,
What a
man.
person's an alcoholic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah.
want them to have a driver's license. You don't want something like I said, some of the things they do is just to the extreme. Like I have a right to travel. Yeah, you have a right to travel, but there's also the laws in place, whatever, which so it becomes a question of what is your rights as far as your personal rights, whatever, or your private rights versus the public safety, the public good. See what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So the government will infringe on your private rights, so to a certain extent, whatever, for what they claim to be the public good. You know, just like each state gives up some of its sovereignty to the federal government. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And everything. So and then you have, like, the United States Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. So you can't create a
Yeah.
law that
Yes.
goes against this, you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah.
Constitution or whatever. So
Yeah, and I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna continuously, like I said, educate myself on that because
right.
I ran into some brothers when I was used to work in a hospital back in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
They was, they had the Moors hat and stuff like that. I was just
Right.
always curious about people's different
Right.
ideologies. I was just
Right.
making sure I'm not running into no type of cult or
Right.
anything. That's
Right.
the thing.
Right. No,
Yeah.
it's not a call, but
Okay.
what the greatest thing that I took away from it, whatever, is that what it taught, not them, but just my overall study of everything. It taught me, whatever, that, like, if I go somewhere and I'm doing business outside a contract,
Okay.
I'm going to read through that contract. I'm going to skim through it. I'm going to pick out things. I'm going to ask questions about it, whatever, right? Like, say I went and got my car, whatever, right? Okay, I looked through us. Okay, I want the extended warranty.
Mm-hmm.
I want the gap insurance. Most people don't know the answer to those things. You know what I'm saying? Extended warranty will cover your car after your regular warranty expires. The gap insurance, whatever, will, cover anything, will give you additional money outside of what your regular insurance won't cover and everything.
Heard that
You know what I mean?
difference.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, if you don't read those things, ask questions about what those things are, what this is, whatever. Even with my cell phone bill or whatever, like, why am I to be in charge this year? What is this for? Oh, this is for da. No, this needs to come off of here. You know what I mean? I've actually had things taken off my bill and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah.
what the topic is, to be aware of whatever I'm signing contracts. We look at contracts, whatever, it's really kind of scary because you'll see, okay, You agree to be bound by this code and this statute here, which you have no idea what that code and statute is. You agree to forfeit your right to do this, to do this, to do this, and do that. Like, wow, why am I forfeiting my rights?
That's how I think they get a lot of entertainers like that.
Yeah,
and they be getting mad at, you know, they learn
right,
in the long run, like, damn, like,
right,
you know, I only get this certain amount of percentage, and I only could do, you know, I only can
right.
do this amount. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy because I remember too. I think Max was saying, what I learned like a few days ago, he was saying, like, since you're a YouTuber or whatever, you use your cell phone a lot for businesses. So say if you use your cell phone just to make 90% of your videos, he said you can actually use that as a tax write-off. And I was
right,
like, wow, because my thing is too, like, you know, I was thinking about getting another cell phone because I make so many videos. It's to the point
right,
that I don't have enough memory. I don't have enough
right.
gigabytes, you know. So I'm looking like I got to get another cell phone, you know, because I
Mm-hmm.
got to keep deleting stuff so I can save more room and memory. So
Right,
I like to edit, and that takes a lot of memory. And I was
right.
thinking about too buying like a little iPad, new iPad Pro with like at least
Mm-hmm.
a terabyte or something. I know it's
Mm-hmm.
expensive, but I need it because the type of editing and stuff I want to do, you know, and
Right,
that's why I got this computer now. But I was like, if I can use that as a text write-off, that's cool. And also too, I was making money off YouTube, get a 1099. So I was like, that's pretty cool, you know. But you know, I just find that interesting though. It's just a little things that, you know, you can really help yourself in the long run, you know, that
right,
the average person
right,
then don't know. So
right,
that's why I like to listen to,
right,
you know, the financial stuff and people
right,
that actually live a little bit longer because they have like experience, you know, with that
right,
stuff,
right.
you know, because yeah.
And I would say too, if you really start getting into that area, then you probably going to want to get like a Lord, why my mind just be going sometimes? Not a tax accountant, but like a what is it called? C. I can't think of what it's called right now. But what it is that you start doing a 1099 form, whatever. You're
Mm-hmm.
saying that you're self-employed. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so you really got to know how those laws work to get the benefit of those. So like, do I need to incorporate myself, whatever, get the best benefits and everything? Because even being self-employed or whatever, you still may end up owing taxes to the government or whatever, you know, with the
Mm-hmm.
1099 form and stuff like that. Because what
Yeah.
happens is that you have to, what happens is that you're not having anything taken or garnished out of your wages or whatever you're making money from or whatever. But in a year, the government want to know, okay, how much money did you make? We know what you owe us and what, you know what I'm saying,
You're
you
right.
know, or what we're supposed to give you back for to offset that and everything. So, you know, at that point, you might want to, you know, get some professional help because they know the ins and outs of how everything actually, you know, works and
Yeah,
stuff
because
like
it's
that.
not,
You
yeah,
know,
it's not like a whole lot of money, but I know if I'm starting,
right,
but if it's getting to the thousands, then yeah, you got to kind of, because I know
right,
like with stocks, like, you know, I make a few hundred and stuff. I do that because I did it last year. You had to, you know, file it. And because I know in
okay,
Georgia, like, because I'm a resident in Georgia and I used to be a resident in Michigan. I know in Michigan, you
hmm,
didn't pay sales tax. In Georgia,
okay,
state tax, I'm sorry. In Georgia, you pay state tax. And I
right,
was like, oh, okay. So, so that was like a little, because I ain't getting nothing from the state. I got a lot from the federal, so I had to make sure, you know, I got all my money from the federal, but I got to make sure I have enough
hmm,
money in my bank account from when them
right,
to take the state. And I thought that was like, dang, I didn't know that was like a learning experience, you know, filing my taxes because I usually do it through myself or do TurboTax and stuff.
right,
But it's just, you know, it's just something. It's just learning. It's just interesting how like different states, you know, states have different laws and stuff when it comes to that, you know.
right.
But yeah, I just really find that interesting though, you know, because you know, I love like, you know, YouTube. I love to have like podcasts and, you know, interviewing things
Hmm.
of that nature. When it takes off, you know, it does, you know, you gotta make sure the money is well, you know, situated, things of that nature though.
Right.
You know,
That is so true. And
yeah,
that's one thing I used to love about Robert Kiyosaki,
yeah.
that first book he wrote or whatever, you know, Rich Dad Poor
Rich
Dad
Dad
and
Poor Dad.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really the basis of the book is about tax write-offs, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and how to maximize your money through, you know, writing it off through taxes and stuff like that. And I think that one good thing about the book, the little pamphlet that I wrote really wasn't a book, is that, you know, you have a lot of people that tell you like they'll tell you like a roundabout way to kind of like make money or whatever. They
Mm-hmm.
never tell you what to do to get started. Like, you know, I guess there are videos like, you know, like somebody tell you like how to make t-shirts or whatever, right? But are you really gonna
Right.
sell t-shirts? You know what I'm saying? It's really gonna be something they're gonna take off or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, or you got like say the Robert Kiyosaki, these big guys or whatever. They'll tell you about what they did to make millions of dollars. They never give you the idea, the clue of how to get to where they're at. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And so, you know, I try to give people like little ideas of what basic things, you know what I mean? Start a hustle,
Mm-hmm.
start a grind, you know what I mean? And then, you know, build that into something or whatever. Whereas, you know, it becomes a business. Like say if you do teachers or whatever, go to the school system. The school system is always having field day, May days, whatever. Hey, a lot of times you have relationships, whatever, but you may be able to break in somewhere. Hey, I got t-shirts or whatever, and I can do t-shirts for y'all. But here's a sample of what I can do for you. You know, get a lawnmower, try to cut grass, whatever. Buy a cotton candy machine, a popcorn machine, or whatever, right? You know, try and do events, you know, try to do, you know, things, you know, become a vendor or something like that. And those things can grow into different kind of ventures and stuff. So, you know, give me 1 second.
No problem. Let me share his channel for you guys too. Let's see.
I'll be right back. Let's see.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, I'm back.
Good. I was gonna share your YouTube channel real quick. So
Okay.
if y'all can see this, yeah, this is his channel, KhalidisEternal. Go subscribe to him. I posted the link in the comment section. Okay, but this is his channel here. You know, my brother, my mentor BMT, he shared the video, so you'll get some exposure there.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
I
no
got to
problem. Yeah,
subscribe to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Thank
subscribe.
you, too.
Yeah, subscribe to his channel, man. It's all right here. He actually does YouTube shorts, which is I'll take advantage of that too, man. A lot of people blowing up on that.
Right.
Yeah, he gets a lot of financial advices too, man. I'm go by your most popular right here. My
Okay.
advice to the African Diaspora News channel, yo. 15,000. Yo.
Right.
Yo. See stuff like
Yeah.
this, man. You know, so yeah,
Right.
y'all go support him, man. He's a good
Right.
brother.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
and tell him go check out G Dog's Lit Kitchen too, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. Spell that
Yeah.
for me, man.
GDA comma S. Apostrophe S. I'm sorry.
Okay.
GDOS GDA apostrophe S lit LIT kitchen.
LIT Kitchen.
Yep, LIT. Yep, lit kitchen.
All right, let's see. We got it right here.
That's it.
All right, cool, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
subscribe right now, man.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all actually, yeah.
Right. I got a whole bunch of shorts up there. I just did one the other day, right? While I was filming the camera, I took my camera, I had a slow song playing in the back, right? I
Yeah.
was saying, I miss you, Trump. I don't care what the Democrats say. I want you to come back to office. I miss you.
That's funny, man. That man is man. That's a whole nother video. He funny though. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, man. I was just like, bro, what the heck? Yeah, yeah. He was actually talking. He was talking
Mhm.
to about the my dog. Jesus Christ.
She's bugging me.
Okay.
You with you.
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh,
How stronger you're gonna be.
I want to get done with my girl. Won't let me have one.
2 minutes, I promise. So yeah, this is my dog Luna. But
Mhm.
he was on a conference about he was talking about the shooting and stuff like that, and
Right.
about the late response from the cops, man. I was just like, wow. It was just
Yeah,
crazy.
like 48 minutes before he went after the shooters or
Well, the
whatever, or the
crazy part,
shooting.
yeah, the crazy part is it was 19 officers. First 3 officers went inside, right? Inside the
Right.
school. They was outside the classroom. And
Mhm.
they was told to stand by their commander. And 40 minutes later, 19 officers came in. They was outside the classroom. But while this was going on, kids was getting killed. And I was looking like,
That's
I
sad.
thought the
Right.
police, yeah, I thought the police officers was, I don't know. I thought the police officers protocol was just to immediately go in there. And
And-
I just thought they was just, why wait for reinforcements an hour? That's too long. Like, I just thought, like, hey, you got like 19 of y'all. Like, y'all can't just go in there and just get this one guy. I don't know. It was just,
right.
it just didn't make sense.
Well, and where does it? If I like that, where was it shooting at again?
It was in Texas, Uvalde, Texas Elementary School.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I would say that everybody will say they said this is what they signed up for. This is their job, whatever, right?
Yeah,
And I would say that everybody wants to go home.
yeah,
You know, and I would say that, just because a person is a police officer, what kind of community are they in? See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
areas that have high crime rates or whatever. I'm not trying to be
yeah.
stereotypical or whatever, right? But those officers are pretty much trained to go.
Right,
They may
right,
they may wait for a couple officers or whatever because they want to go in there with overwhelming force. See what I'm saying?
right.
But in areas where things like this don't happen, you got an active shooter.
Yeah,
They may not, they may not be as gun ho, to go into a situation like that. And I remember I got in the situation, right, and I had a police officer tell me one time, right. He said where you're at is where all the young cops are at.
mm,
the one that's come out of the academy. They
yeah,
ready. See what I'm
yeah.
saying?
They want that. Yeah,
Right. No, I'm a sergeant. I'm getting ready to retire. Over here, this area is where all the older police officers are at. So if you want to be doing things that you're doing the areas we have the older, more mature police officers where you can get out there and run and gun and chase down behind you and stuff like that. I'm not making, because anytime you have a situation like that in the school system, that's horrific, that's horrible. I'm so sorry for the parents and for that community and stuff like that. But if you're not used to responding to something like that,
yeah,
hey, it's a question like you've been in the military. Well, it's a question of when your courage takes over your fear. You know what I mean? Because always a
yeah,
fear of you losing your life or being hurt or whatever. But then when it's time to go, that fear subsides. Then you just get courageous and you just start doing things that hey, that you probably naturally wouldn't necessarily do at first. So I don't know,
yeah.
man. Like I say, they have a job. They have a hard job.
Oh yeah, they do.
You
Like I said,
know,
that's why I was like, no, I'm not going to be a.
right?
That's not me. I'm just being honest with
Yeah.
myself. I was like, I can't see myself doing that. But like I said,
Mhm.
it's just the fact that, like I said, these children, man, they didn't deserve that. I was just
They
like,
did not.
man, and I know
Right.
people want answers, and we should. We deserve. The
Right.
public does deserve answers. See what's
Right.
going on, but
What
it's
the question is, I'm not to cut you off. The question is,
yeah.
why is this happening with such frequency? You know what I mean?
That's
And,
another bit. I think what it is too is that because a lot of these mass shootings in America, I say, is happening by young men. Yeah, it's a
mhm,
couple women, but for the most part, it's mainly men. And what I
right,
notice is that a lot of these young men, either they came from an abusive household, or they was in complete isolation, or they didn't have
right,
the necessary life skills to
mhm,
conflict resolve situations.
right,
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. What it is, like the stuff
mhm,
that happened in Oxford. The Oxford shooting. And I'm from Michigan. I've been to Oxford before. We actually
right.
went against them in track and field in 2012. But
Okay,
my thing is, yeah, because I'm familiar with that area. But my thing is that that boy that committed the Oxford shooting, he grew up in a 2-parent household. So I can't necessarily say like it's just the single parent. I can't blame that too much. It just could be. It could. I don't know, man. It could. It's. I think it's a demonic spirit, man. It could be something that
That's
I don't
first and
know.
foremost. It's always
That's
spiritual.
yeah. It's a
Right.
spiritual thing. That's why I think it
Right.
is. That you can grow up in a nice neighborhood and still go rogue. Like I
Right.
just, it's just really sad though, man. I mean,
Right.
banning guns is not going to help because the thing is, we still need a home defense. The right Americans need a home defense. I do because criminals, they're going to find a way to get guns anyway. That's why they call criminals. They break the law. They're going to find
Right.
ways to bend the law
Right.
and get and attain things in the black market. The only question I have is with this young man is that how was he able to afford these weapons? How did he? Who is supplying him with a bulletproof vest and an AR? You know how much an AR costs? It's not like going to a dollar store. You know what I'm saying? This stuff actually takes some money. So who gave him this? Like, was he saving up money? Did he had a job? Like, or who's supplying him with this type of ammunition?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's a
Like,
good question,
how's
right.
these young people getting these guns like that? I mean, do they got a job?
Yeah. Right. I
That's
guess
the thing.
right. I guess if you have a job, you have a responsibility. You can accumulate that money kind of fast.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
I want a PlayStation 5, but
Yeah.
I see the guy working at Best Buy and working at Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
in line at 4 o'clock in the morning with $1,500. Like, where did he get this money from to buy an Apple phone? Like,
Yeah.
where
I
this money
just.
from? You
Yeah.
know, I've
Yeah.
never had that kind of money to go. Even while I live with my friends and were working, I still never had that kind of money to buy the kind of things. So I
No,
don't
bro.
know. Now,
Yeah.
now I do want to pose a question to you, right?
Mm.
So I do have an anime channel, right, as well, right? I
Okay.
talk about anime a little bit. I haven't really been up there a lot. I also created my own character, whatever, right? Which is right here. And I also have some storyboards. I didn't grab those yet, but this is my little character, right? Antoine DeMello. Can you see him?
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just want to throw in too, like I'm trying to do t-shirt thing as well, right? So I got it. I got him on the t-shirt.
Let's see right
So
here. Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
so the dilemma that I have, right, is that I love to play. This question for you, right? I love to play mobile. How about mind be mobile Call of Duty on my tablet.
That's
And man,
fun.
I be in there tearing them up, bro.
It's so fun. Yes.
Bro, I'm like master level. You know what I'm saying on the rankings or whatever, like the
That's
rank matches.
yeah.
It's I be there killing them, boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So my dilemma is right. I thought about putting like because a lot of the guys who are gamers, they do numbers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then I think about things like the mass shooting and stuff like that. And my mind wonders how much impact does that have on a young child? I'm a mature man, so it's not going
Yeah.
to impact me to go out here and just start blazing and shooting or whatever. You got somebody that's young teenager or early
Okay.
20s,
Yeah.
whatever. How much impact does those valid games have on them? And would I be contributing to that social dilemma by putting up the videos of me playing, Call of Duty, you know?
Well, I think okay, so my thing is that it's a choice, right? I remember when I grew up, I played a lot of GTA and I still play GTA,
Mm-hmm.
then I always had common sense and my parents taught me like, okay, this is that's just entertainment and you're in
Right,
reality. Don't do the stuff you
right,
see in GTA and do it in real
right,
life. I understand it's common sense. I can't really blame video games that making people violent. I think people just gonna be violent just because it's just a choice. I mean, people been violent before this entertainment and this video games even came into play. Now, I don't think
mm-hmm.
I gotta probably look it up, but I don't think statistically kids been more violent because they playing like a little bit, video games.
Right,
My thing is that it's you shouldn't feel guilty of that because like the like I remember like the Buffalo shooter, he ended up had a manifesto. Like he
mm-hmm.
wanted to do that. I don't think it was tied to him playing a violent video game or anything of that nature.
Right,
But my thing is advice
mm-hmm.
to you is just like, just do it what you want to do, man. Like it's
Right,
it's it's for fun.
right,
I know plenty of people that have a good heart and that plays those type of games and they don't get influenced of shooting and killing anyone. It's
right,
just so I won't get caught up too much in that. I'll just create the content. Mobile gaming is actually really good. If something that you're passionate about and doing, I'll go
Right.
ahead and do it. I mean, you can argue the fact that they should ban movies. I mean, far as like violent
Mm-hmm.
movies, you know, in that
Right.
sense, you know. So it's I think that plays like a I think that's a really small fraction that influence
Mm-hmm.
kids to go ahead and do
Right.
violent things. You know, I
Right.
mean, even I was immature, like I didn't want to like beat people
Mm-hmm.
up or kill people because I was angry because of something I saw on
Right.
the video game. Like it's just I don't know, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like common sense. I don't think that really
Right.
impacts our youth too much. So
Right.
I won't be worried about it too much. I'll
Right.
just go ahead and upload it, do some commentary on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
right. I will say, man, it's addictive.
No, I played Call of Duty Mobile, and I was like, I mean,
Right.
because I used to play it on the Xbox. That's fun too. But on the
Okay.
it's something on the computer, like it's
Right.
fun. It's like it's
Right.
hilarious. It's cool. They got PC horror games you can play. I know this dude named
Okay.
Doctor African Seuss.
Uh-huh.
He plays a lot of horror games, and he actually live
Okay.
stream it on his laptop.
Right.
And he had it's games actually made by like college students, so it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They made like a Halloween
Right.
PC game, so you had to kill
Mm-hmm.
Mike Myers. It was kind of cool. He was getting I was like, what
Okay.
the
Right.
heck?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it was it's cool. You can get into that
Okay.
though. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Right.
you'll be good, man. And
Because
yeah.
I never understood why people like play those online games, whatever, until I downloaded and started playing it. And like every day I come home from work, I like even if I got something to do, like
Yes.
I'm playing Call of Duty.
Yes, that in Fortnite. That is
Okay.
I know a lot of kids play Fortnite,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
I know some grown men that play Fortnite and generate an audience. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
What,
it's a
what is I
man
heard of? What is it?
his it's a man on TikTok that plays Fortnite. It's basically just a game that it's like a little
Um.
RPG game, like shooting game. They have different
Oh, okay.
characters and stuff like that that you can play.
Right.
Yeah, it's a run around shooter game.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Right.
I forgot this guy's name. He got like 1 million something followers on
Okay.
TikTok, and all he
Right.
does is he just played. He be making funny jokes and he be playing Fortnite.
Mm.
He's a black dude too. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, man. I play. Yeah, but me personally, I play a lot of GTA. I
Mm-hmm.
like NBA 2K. It's this one YouTuber. He does GTA videos. All he do is
Okay.
GTA videos. Grand Theft Auto is still good. He played like I'm playing like the old school ones, like Grand Theft Auto 3. I just finished that.
Mm-hmm.
Vice City, one of my
Right.
favorites. San Andreas is probably one of my favorites. I love San
Mm-hmm.
Andreas.
Right.
Yeah, you know. Um, yeah, I like video games. It's cool though.
Okay.
But I think with like the little money that I'm going to get, because going overseas, we get paid for doing that. Like I said, I was going to invest into an iPad. I was listening to. I don't know. It's a lot of tech reviewers too. I don't know if you into that. They review a lot of. It's a big market for that, reviewing tech products.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this YouTuber named Marquise Brownlee. I'm pretty sure you heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
He has like 15.4 million subscribers.
Okay.
Yeah, all he does, he's a black man. All he does is review
Okay.
tech products, and I actually learned a
Okay.
lot of. I learned a lot of stuff from
Mm-hmm.
him. Just that one
Right.
video.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to learn how to like use a MacBook, he actually goes
Right.
into detail how to use it. Like I'm like, wow, like yeah, it's just interesting.
Okay. Right. Well, I don't know if you know of or if you can invest or find ways like because like I said, I be in there getting it in Call of Duty, whatever, right? I'm playing on my tablet, whatever, right? So I'm a bit like, you know what I'm saying? And so my spin around and turn around to get people, whatever, you know, ain't as quick if they had like the same kind of stats or even like a little higher stats as far as mobility and stuff like that and
Yeah,
accuracy and whatever. You know, this spin. I'm like, how can they move and turn around and duck so quick? And I know that I pretty much with one of my plays is like almost at the top. It's like I think max out like at 135, like at 133 or whatever as far as mobility goes.
hmm
Like with some of the plays I can hit like 2 or 3 times, pa, pa, pa. They're able to move so quick, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That I can't finish them off, whatever, right? But then I can move quick too. But some of them ones got them real good guns. They like, pa, 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 like, dog, I'm like, I'm trying to turn around with my thumb, you know. And I have been trying to find like a game controller a wireless game controller that will work with a tablet. And
yeah,
either controllers don't work or either you have to have a plug-in like the USB plug-in, whatever, and tablets don't have a USB plug-in. I can't find like a wireless game controller for a tablet anywhere. I've been to GameStop, Amazon,
Did you talk to Best Buy? Like you asked them for suggestions?
Best Buy, yes. None of them have it, and none of them know where to get it from.
That's in. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, for a tablet, like a game controller for a tablet, they all have to have like the USB plug-in.
So you probably had to get a different. So you probably had to get a different tablet or.
Yeah. Or computer one.
Yeah, because like the computer I'm on now, I got the little Microsoft Surface Pro.
Okay,
that's actually a good computer. Now what I like about it too, it has a lot of memory because I can do my videos and stuff. Only thing is that you gotta pay for like Filmora. That's like a video editing app. It's really good. But you just gotta pay like I think like what $50. Is it a year or a month? It's something like that. I mean, that's not too much, but it can still get pricey, especially if you got other bills. So I was like, like I said, making YouTube video can be expensive if you're trying to, but at in the long run, it's still worth it. I mean, so it is what it is, and that's why I kind of learned too. I've been trying to like learn more about editing because I think that's extremely important. Editing and things of that nature. So
that's true.
But yeah, man, it's just taking it one day at a time, man. But I was looking at one of your old videos when you're talking about the economy is I think you said the economy has been down since the beginning, some along those lines.
It's designed to keep you.
It's designed to keep you, keep you poor. I remember watching that. I think that was one of my first videos of that. I was like, wow, and you had like a little notebook and stuff. I thought that was
It is.
That was humble. That was humble beginnings, man. I was like, okay, this man is really passionate about finances. So that's
good. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not necessarily where I want to be, but I'm a long ways from where I was at. And I can do business with a person, look at a contract and ask questions and what I need to know, whatever, make sure I get, the best benefits out of it. I can't tell you how many times I've been into like a car dealership or even place like a renter center furniture or someplace or a bank or whatever, right? And the person's like, this isn't right. This is unethical. This is unmoral. And they may have a valid point to all of that or whatever, right? And what the person says to them, you signed the contract.
I heard too. I heard if you if it takes them like 2 or 3 hours, you've been there for a long time. It's not good. Like I said, you got to get out of here because car salesmen they do that. They do that. They try to usually get a lot of young people, and they love getting military folks. Right. And they love getting military folks because that's why most military bases is a freaking car lot right there. It's a freaking car, because they know that they get a consistent check. So they getting that money. So I'm looking like, you don't want a 500, 600, because I made that mistake back in Michigan because I was 20, 21, 22 years old, got my first vehicle because I had a license since I was 18, and I was like, I don't have a freaking car. So I was like, I just want to do any means to get a car, and then I didn't know my freaking I think my percentage rate was like over, it was ridiculous, like 18 something percent. So I'm paying like triple the value of the actual car for like 4 or 5 years. I'm looking like, man, if I 500 something down payment, and then next you got to pay insurance. Now in the city of Detroit, it's expensive as far as insurance. It's the highest in the nation, man. And they just go by, they don't even go by your record, it's just go by your the way you live, your demographic. It's just ridiculous. So I was just like, are you serious, man? And so that's why you got like 50% of people can't afford insurance in the city of Detroit. It's just like it's super crazy though. So I had to be on my grandmother's one, and man. But but in Georgia it's a little bit. I'm with USAA, so it's a little bit affordable. And then I got renters insurance just in case stuff happens, my possessions or apartment get burns down, I can get reimbursed. So it's just little tools and things of that nature, man. But finances is a really big thing though. But, I'm gonna get into like book reviews too, because I'm still because you read books, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm reading Barack Obama's biography. I'm trying to get through that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Right. And one thing I want is like with the finances and like the salesman and car dealerships, whatever.
Yeah.
like two areas where they focus on, like if what you were speaking to regards is they do what they call the data switch,
Mm-hmm.
and they also do what they call NLP, neuro linguistics programming.
Mm.
Where they use like certain words to anchor you in, to mirror, your actions, whether to draw you in closer to get you to get into a contract or a deal that you necessarily don't want to get into. You
Mm.
know, like the
Yeah.
data switch, right? We go to the car dealership, whatever, right?
Right.
You want to test drive this nice, beautiful car here? Okay, let's take it for a test drive. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Take a
Yeah.
test drive, whatever, right? It is in the front of the lot. It's in the front of the lot.
Right.
Well, they have cars in the back called the bullpen. So they take you for the test drive with this beautiful, nice car and get you back. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the numbers. Okay, we can't get you into that car. Might better get you into this car over here. You
And
know
then,
what I'm saying?
based on your finances, even though they know you can't afford it, we can work with you if you just do this type of. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that, and people fall for it. It's just
People fall every
they
hook,
literally
line,
be.
and
I literally
sinker.
car salesmen be trained. It should be a It should be a documentary. It got to be a documentary about car salesmen in
Right.
general, like the
Right.
training that they go through, man, just to get these people in because they get paid for
Yeah.
commission. So
Right.
I give it to them though. They're very
They're
persistent.
good. Mm.
Yeah, they're really good. Most of them, man. That's why they're there. I was like, man, but
Right.
it's
But
really
but add on to that this one thing or whatever, right? But if you get like say your finances in order,
yeah,
and like you're with a good bank that you have a relationship with, like you have credit cards, checking account, savings account, or whatever, a substantial amount of money in, or like a credit union even better. We could
yeah.
already go to them and get the financing for the car. And go to the car dealership like, hey, I got a check here for $15,000. What can you show me? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You have the power. Because I went to I bought a Mitsubishi Montreal Sport Mitsubishi. This was like 15 years ago, I guess. Yeah, about 15 years ago, quite some time ago, right? Matter of fact, maybe 25 years ago. Oh, right. But I had a really good job. I had good credit. Went to the bank. They gave me a check for $15,000. Say, hey, okay, go get the car that you want. I found a Mitsubishi Montero Sport. It was 12,000, right? So the man said, okay. I said, well, look, you need to knock something off this for us or whatever, because nothing was 13. It was 13.
Mhm.
And the man, I told the man, so you need nothing off this for. We come with you with cash, all cash or whatever, right? He said, okay, I'll take you down from 13 to 12. So I called my bank, my credit union, whatever, right? The man who runs it. I'm like, hey, I got found a car. It was 13. I got him down to 12. I thought I was doing something, whatever, right? He said,
Yeah.
okay, what's the make and model of the car and the year of the car? I told him make and model, year of the car, whatever, right? He said, tell him that the blue book value of this car is $11,000. We're not paying any more than that. I
Mm.
looked at the man, I looked at the car dealer, like, the man from the bank said that this car is worth $11,000. He's not paying a dime over that. He said, "Okay, your car sold."
I'm glad you brought up Kelly Blue Book. Yeah, because they go. Yeah, you put in all you do is like you put in the make and the model of the car, the year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very accurate.
It's
It's
very
really accurate. A lot
accurate,
of people don't know that too, man.
right?
Yeah, because my thing is I don't want to be paying like if the car is worth $12,000, I'm not going to be set. They're not going to set me up with payments to pay like the car is worth 16,000. That's bad.
Exactly,
So
right.
that's what they do in the long run. So I learned that, and you live and learn, man.
That's right.
I was in, like I said, I was in my young 20s. I was just so happy to have a vehicle, but I could afford a car, but couldn't afford the insurance. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So it was
Exactly.
it was a big mess, but I finally paid the car off and everything. But I ended up getting a new vehicle when I moved here.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So the rate is a little bit low. And the thing is, my wife has great credit, so like her car note is like it's like 2 something, so which I can deal with. So I was like, okay, that's not bad,
Right.
long as it's not in the 4 or 5 something, that's a little too high,
Right.
So
Right.
but because they always depreciate, as soon as you drive out the lot. So
That's right.
that makes sense though, man. So
Right.
because I'm financing mine, so when I pay mine off, I don't know, keep it until I can't drive it anymore or trade it in or something.
Right.
So, but yeah, man. So it's just little things, man, that I'm doing. So, but I guess I probably have to get out of here in a minute, man. But
Okay.
Is there anything else you wanna shout out, man, on your social media?
Not really, bro. Like I say,
Okay.
I'm saying y'all work out here and everything, man. I love talking to you, man. You know what I mean? I wish you
Yeah.
was closer, man. We could like do some videos and hang out and stuff. I think,
Yeah.
man, I think you got a really good rapport, man. You seem like a really solid guy, man. That's why I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you as a person. I appreciate your content, man. I love getting up here doing live streams with you. You know, we just gotta set it up for you to come up there on my other channel and do a
Yes.
cooking video. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope.
Yeah,
You know what
that
I
would be,
mean?
man. Seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
After I'm
So,
probably gonna, yeah, after I make this, because my wife made a
mhm.
pasta. After I make the seven layer
Okay.
salad for our
Okay.
church group, I'll
Right.
probably post it on my community page, man.
Okay, okay.
So yeah,
Or both y'all would come up there and and like, hey, cook together and make a video. That'd be cool too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for
And
sure.
everything. Yeah, absolutely. She's more than welcome to join you and stuff like that. You know,
Oh yeah, most
and,
definitely, man. Yeah.
and take the lead. No, honey.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I
Just
just
civil assault.
Yeah, I was
You
just
know.
I just love going to the market because I went to the market and I bought some cauliflower. And the lady was like,
Uh-huh.
even the grocery store, she was like, the grocery store clerk, she was like, man, like I haven't had cauliflower in the longest. I'm gonna have to get this
Oh,
after lunch.
cauliflower's good.
And she was
Right.
like, I'm like, cauliflower is good. She was like, yeah, using. She said, what you using this for? I was like, I'm just going making this for a
Right.
salad. I was like, oh, nice. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Or
we
get you
can
some fresh corn.
oh my goodness, corn, cauliflower.
Man.
Man, it's so good. Like,
Yes.
I bought some bacon bits and some spring mix for the salad, and
Okay.
I'm gonna put peas in it.
Right.
You put like sour cream in it. That make the
Okay.
dressing and mayonnaise. A half a cup of sugar, and you put
Right.
Parmesan cheese, and you pour it all in the salad bowl. It's gonna be good, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of know what I'm talking about. At least I'm good at that. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to cooking, but
Right.
I like that.
But
Yeah.
right. But look, man, we gotta do this more often. But we can't wait another year to do another
Right.
video, right?
Right, yeah.
We gotta form our own little community. Like, you got the Manosphere. We gotta
Yeah.
think of a term for our thing now and invite other people into it, form our own little group and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Help each other out, help each other build our channels and stuff. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure, man. Like I said, people again, like I said, you guys check out his channel. Share one more time. Yeah, check him out. It's a good brother. This is his cooking channel. I just subscribed. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. KhalidisEternal. This is his main channel. Y'all check this out. He got 463 subscribers. Let's get it up. And yeah, man. So I appreciate you coming on here, man.
Appreciate you having me, my friend. Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely. Gotta let this dog out and stuff. And
Okay, bro. Yes, sir.
All right, Khalid, you take care, man.
All right, my brother. I'll be in contact with you, man. I'll probably send you an email probably tomorrow sometime, man. We can try to work something out about coming on the channel and doing some other things, okay?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Please do that. Now I still got your number and everything. Sounds good.
I got yours too, bro. All right, now. Talk to you later.
All right, you too.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Really, buddy? What are you doing? I'm gonna look. That's my son. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
all right, man. Have a good night, my friend.
Peace,
all
peace,
right.
peace.
Peace. What are you doing? What are you doing? Really? Come